Let's see what's going on with you guys. All right, you're live, back again, the Real Football Show. I got some Man U fans here, man. I I had to get them on the pod real quick, man, because it's peak in the dunya for them right now. I got my man Dalius and my man Ken. Man, this is supposed to be a UCL review show, but I can't start it without going through Man U 3, Copenhagen 4, man. Chat to me, Ken. What's going on with your team? What's happening?
Oh no, I mean, obviously the red card changed the game. I think we were actually playing somewhat very well. I won't say very well, but we were playing solid up until that point. That I think once that happened, my team, the team, just that the heads went. Everybody's heads just went. But I think overall, I think it seems like it's very gloomy for us at the moment, but I'm still a little bit optimistic in terms of what's going on. Granted, we are losing, and it seems like things aren't going as smooth as it may seem. But I think we started the game well. It seemed like he changed up the structure a little bit in terms of how we were playing. Um, so yeah, I mean, which led to the goal within like the first 5 minutes. So I think what he implemented starting from the last game with the Fulham game and how we're defending and how we're attacking, which was a continuation today. I think it's just the little things that's going to eventually come together in the long run once we get all our players back too. So it definitely
I mean, who's
sucks,
missing?
but
Who's missing? Like, what do you mean, Gary? Who all is missing?
I mean, if you see how Ten Hag has incorporated how we play, I mean, a lot of our build up starts with our defenders. Um, Prior to that, when we had De Gea, it was more so low block, mid block. Once we build up, just hoof it up in the middle and then win the second ball. But now he's definitely trying to incorporate building from the back and then working our way from back to front. But now it's just like we got Onana, but then now our whole entire back line is gone. And then it may seem like Wan-Bissaka is
But
better
this, hold on. But this lineup, I'm looking at the lineup now. You have Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire. Those are obviously not your first choice. I understand your point.
100%.
But then Wan-Bissaka and Dalot are two good fullbacks. Along with those two center backs, they should be good enough to beat Copenhagen. Am I
Definitely,
right or
definitely good
wrong?
enough to be Copenhagen. Man. Like I said, like we started off well, but the red card just changed things, in my opinion. Granted, we definitely it's not an excuse, but on our side, I feel like how we play and the people that we do have left to play, it definitely changes things. Because the only person that we have left up front will be what Holland. We don't have anybody else to stretch the team. Um, he took off Ericsson, brought on Amrabat. Amrabat has been quite shit since he came. I don't see
Hey, Andrew Tate's brother. Go on.
yeah, I don't see how his loan can be extended. But yeah, man, I mean, granted, we definitely have a lineup
But
good enough to
that's
beat Copenhagen.
so I'm looking at the team now, Dallas, you come in a second. I
Yeah,
mean, none of the players on this lineup are his players except for Haaland. If I'm not mistaken, Garnacho is not his player. Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Ericsson, sort of his player, but you could argue for that. McTominay, Dallo, Evans, he signed this season. Maguire or Bissaka, not his player. But in an attacking sense, where's the likes of Mason Mount? Where's the likes of Anthony? Where's the likes like where are the attacking players that you guys trusted him and he signed? Where are those players at?
I mean, you just said it right there, though. I mean, the players that he thought that would be performing are not performing. I mean, point blank, period. I mean, Anthony's been two. It's been 2 seasons now with Anthony, and still no production, no assists, no goals, minimal goals, so to speak. Mason Mount, in our current setup, is not something that's gonna work out. But I definitely see what he's trying to implement with that. But at the same time, it's like how we're currently set up. It just doesn't mix well, in my opinion. Um, I mean, yeah, just like you said, man, the whole team is a whole bunch of leftovers from 5 different managers. So the job that he has on his plate is definitely a lot, but to say I'm Ten Hag out, I'm not quite there yet, in my opinion.
All right, let me go to Dallas, man. Dallas, what are you saying? Chat to me, man.
So I don't want to make excuses. We started very well. I think we dominated most of the first half. I think half of the first half until the red card came. With the VAR, I don't know what is going on.
Man,
Rashford was trying to protect the ball. I don't know how that should be a red card.
But that's still a
Um,
dangerous play, though. That's still a stamp on the
yeah, but
ankle.
the
that's not a red card,
intention,
bro.
the
That
That's not
wasn't a
a
red.
that's
intention,
not a red card,
That
bro.
wasn't a
yeah,
That's
red.
not a red
and
card.
That
even
wasn't a red.
That's not a
yeah, that
red
wasn't
card,
a red
man.
card.
But then I
At
could also
best, a
argue.
yellow.
I could also
At
argue
best,
that
a
the
yellow.
penalty that you guys had, that's not a penalty either. My
Yeah,
back is against the ball, so
That's fair,
that's
but
VAR,
Yeah, I
um,
mean,
and the game changed all of a sudden. I don't want to make excuses, but to be frank with you, I watched Liverpool play against Tottenham, and they were even like 9 men down, and you could see the passion from the players chasing every single ball. I think it happened when we were playing against Galatasaray when we actually went one down, 1 man down. It showed in our play. These boys are not really pulling their weight. It seems like we just, I don't know. I don't know whether they are playing for the coach or they want to change the coach or something. I don't know, but everything is not
I,
working now. Like it's the same players. We added a little bit of, some good players to it, and we had a very good season last season. So I don't know what is going on now, and I don't want to blame Ten Hag. I'm not Ten Hag out. I think he needs time, but I still have hope. We might be able to qualify because our next game is in like 3 weeks against Galatasaray, and Istanbul is a very difficult place to go.
mean, they only
We don't.
won by Real Madrid only lost by one goal. I mean, they came back and scored a goal. It was 2-1
Yeah,
against Bayern. I don't see you guys beating Bayern. Honestly, I can see you guys tying Galatasaray away.
hey,
yeah. I think
you
we
know
listen,
play
United.
Bayern. I think Bayern
listen,
will be our last.
yeah.
I think Bayern will be our last game. I think they will probably field some, second string side because they've
hmm
already qualified.
They've
So
already qualified.
we
Mhm.
haven't Bayern at home. I think the best is just to go out there in Istanbul to beat Galatasaray. That would be our best bet to actually qualify from the group because that's the only way we can get out. Because if we even have a draw at Galatasaray, I think we might probably go to Europa or something. But this game, I don't know.
So
I
both of you guys are not Ten Hag out yet. So what is
No,
the
I think
what is the core premise of the issue? Because from the outside looking in, I think after the Sancho debacle, I think most of the players kind of checked out, in my opinion.
I
Because okay,
disagree with that.
why do you disagree with that?
Because I feel like I think Ten Hag actually rated Sancho. So I think what he did was, bro, like I think you're a talented player, and I need more from you. Like the left, you want to play on the left. The left is not yours. It's Rashford's. Rashford last season literally carried us from beginning to end with 30 plus goals, not just assists, 30 plus goals in all comps. The left is not yours. The right, you had the chance to play on right. Make that your position. So I think what he did was just the old school reverse psychology, like, yo, like I think you're actually a good player, but I need more from you on a consistent basis. And then with this new generation, it's like, damn, he's calling me out. So well, I'm gonna stand up for myself and make it seem like I'm doing everything I can. But in reality, we're not on the training ground. But from the outside looking in, it's easy to say, oh, well, I'm on the player side, but I'm going to have to be on the manager side because I definitely feel like he actually rates Sancho and he wanted more out of him on a consistent basis. And Sancho just couldn't do that because whenever Sancho played, he would give you a good 45 to 60 minutes. And then after that, like he's done. So, I mean, he gave him numerous chances on the left, on the right. In preseason, he played false nine. He's given him numerous chances to like make a position your own. But Sancho just hasn't put his stake in the ground in the team in order
yeah.
for him to be picked on a regular basis. So the whole
But do you, do you
Sancho,
do you think that has affected the morale of the team though? I
I
think
don't
that's
think
what I'm trying.
so. I,
No,
I
I
I
don't.
don't
I
think
don't.
I don't think so because I mean he's not the first. He's not the first to be quote unquote exiled. I mean last season it was CR7. He's one of the most famous football players of all time. If he can go through this tit for tat with the coach, then I think the whole issue with Sancho is nothing. The only reason why this is a big deal is because we're just Manchester United. But at the same time, it's like the issue with Sancho. I don't think is that big of a deal. So if he's done playing at Manchester United, then so be it. Like good riddance. Um,
Yeah.
that's just what it
I
is.
I do think we actually need like a defensive midfielder. I think we that's our problem now. Amrabat, I
But
think he
you
probably
sign Amrabat, you have Casemiro, you have McTominay. What
And
Amrabat
that's
is not
who
Amrabat is not
else do
it.
you need? Who
No,
else
that's
do
the
you
Amrabat
need?
thing. No,
That's a
Amrabat is
good
not it.
question. That's a
What
good
we
question.
saw at
we'll get to that.
Fiorentina, that's not the Amrabat we are seeing now. I think he's he's I don't know what is going on with him, but I don't think we're probably gonna keep him. I think we will let him go. We need actually a good defensive midfielder. I think sometimes I feel like we should have let even Fred stay
Fresh should have
for
stayed.
real.
Why
Yeah,
why spend 65 million or 55 million on a player called Mason Mount to do whatever he's doing now when you have Fred on the side and you could have used that money to sign a defensive midfielder? I mean, you guys could have repurposed that money for something else because the role that he's playing, I can beckon that you can probably find a youth player in your team that can play that role, that run around
Kobe
like a
Mainu.
chicken. Thank
Kobe
you.
Mainu.
Or you can just give that role to McTominay. I mean, we literally replaced Mason Mount with Conor Gallagher, same type of player, run around like a chicken with your head cut off.
I
And
think
you
I
need that
think
in your
Mason.
team.
Yeah, I think Mason Mount was just a squad player. He's a very good player, but I don't really think how much we spent on him was too much, and I don't know the reason why Ten Hag actually bought him.
I
But I
think
think he's a very good additional player to the team.
I
Yeah.
think I think the reason why Mount was bought was to be used very similar to how Pep uses Phil Foden. Being able to play on the wings a little bit, being able to play as a 10, as an 8. So
Oh my God.
where we're all around players. So I feel like where we're currently at as a team and the project that he's quote unquote building. Granted, it's easy to say he definitely could have used the money on other players, but if he's able to withstand this storm, so to speak, and within year 3 or year 4, I definitely feel like Mason Mount could be a player for us on the squad. Like Dallas was saying, he's going to be a squad player. So depending on the situation,
Yeah.
depending on the team that we play, he's going to play on the left, he's going to play on the right, maybe in the false 9, in the 8, in the 10. So he's going to be one of those type of squad players who's going to be able to be playing in multiple positions for us. But the reason why I'm not Ten Hag out also is because I think last season what he implemented was more so based on the squad that we have. And what we had last season was primarily a transition-based team. And I think this season he's trying to move us out from fully being transition-based to actually being a more possession-based team. Hence why we went and got Onana. Hence why.
So is that you guys' identity now? Possession based, because
we're trying to make that an identity, but it doesn't help the fact that our best defender's out, our best fullback is out. Those are key components of having a possession-based team, especially in the first phase when you're trying to build up the attack. If you don't have
so then why sign Reguilon? Why then if your best fullback was Luke Shaw, get it?
Because
why
Luke
sign
Shaw
But he's
Reguilon then?
injured.
because Luke Shaw's still injured. Luke Shaw's been
He's still
injured for
injured.
like 4
But
or 5
Reguilon
months.
doesn't play. Reguilon does not play.
Yeah, because
So why sign him?
Reguilon played, and then he got hurt too. And then when he got hurt, that's when Amrabat came in. That Amrabat was playing fullback for 3 straight games.
Exactly.
Then Reguilon became healthy. Then he's getting more minutes at that position, and then he's been alternating with Dallo. And now Wan-Bissaka's back. So now that adds more depth in the fullback position.
Yeah, exactly.
And Malasa hasn't played 1 minute all season, and he was signed last
He's
year
also injured too.
He was signed last year to be the backup. So if both are starting left back, if both the starting left back and the backup left back is gone, then the one that you brought in for 6 months, he's hurt too. I mean, what else do you want to do at that point? And then you're starting right back. So essentially, we have one healthy fullback for like a good 3 to 4 weeks. One healthy fullback in a good 3 to 4 weeks. Not to mention, we're still playing Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans.
Exactly right.
But Harry Maguire has been got the same in the last 2 or 3 games though. He almost got to go back today.
100%. But when Harry Maguire is one of your best defenders in this moment in time, that's a problem.
Exactly. Especially
that's the problem. Maguire was good before he came to you guys. You guys didn't know how. No, Maguire was good before he came to you guys.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
Here's Manuel. Here's
Manuel. What team was he playing though? What team was he playing before he came to United?
Please, thank you. And
almost every big team has a player who was playing in a small team before coming down there, and they perform because of what? because they have a good system. You guys were
what system was he playing in?
How long did he take?
What system was he playing in though before he came? What system was he playing in? He was playing in the back three. He was playing in the back three system, was he not?
Yeah.
It was playing in the back three system that has a lot of his deficiencies.
You guys tried back three last season. You guys tried back three.
We didn't try back three last season.
Maguire and what's called Varane. You played back three. You knew it's something. Yes, you tried it.
Okay, and when we did, what happened?
I don't know. It didn't work. It's not on the play.
We realized it didn't work early. Then we went back to having a four-man back line, which led us to third place and a trophy.
I told you that was a fluke. I kept telling Dalios.
So thank you. You're proving what we're saying. So
that wasn't a fluke.
Based on who
he didn't want.
So now he's actually implementing what he wants to implement.
Listen.
And
that long ball to Rashford wasn't going to win anything.
One at a time.
That long balls to Rashford wasn't going to win you guys anything. Rashford wasn't going to be perfect throughout the whole season and coming into this season. You guys didn't have any plan. You were just holding ball, kicking long Rashford ball, and he was getting it. And I kept telling this guy, like, no, your team doesn't have an identity yet.
Inshallah,
you hold on and still share in your construction. But he claimed you guys are up there and you're going to fight for every trophy this season. And now look at him. And let you be depressed.
Manuel, you watch us playing against Barcelona. You're telling us Ten Hag didn't have an identity on this team.
To use one game to determine your identity.
Bro, last season he actually set the bar very high. That's the reason why you guys feel now he's actually bad now, because his first season was incredible. Like everybody was giving him compliments.
But hold on. Let me chime in this. I tell Manny this every single time. Every single manager that comes to EPL, the first season, they will let you have it. Conte, they'll let him have it. Look at Postecoglou now. They will let you have it. They let Ten Hag have it. After the first season, now we know how you set up your team. Now let's come and play ball. Now I feel like that's okay.
But that's the thing though. How we're setting up this year versus last year are two different setups. Is it not?
No, sorry. Probably talking with that. Sometime else I'll join you guys.
No problem, Mano. Thank you.
How long did it take Pep to actually get his identity on this City team? It took him a while.
It took him 2 seasons.
Yeah, it took him 2 seasons.
But let's also keep in mind the windows that he had though. He had he had like 10 fullbacks within the 2 windows. He had like 4 goalkeepers within the 2 windows. He changed strikers multiple times just within those first couple windows. We don't have that luxury to do so at this moment in time.
You do have that luxury. You do have that luxury. You still have the thing is that, in my opinion, Ten Hag has been back to the core. Look at all the players that he signed, with all players that either played in the Eredivisie or played for him personally. So that tells me that he is handpicking these guys to come in and play. Now,
Martinez is not bad though.
I'm not saying they're good or bad. I'm just saying that the guy has been back. That's all I'm saying. I just
100%. But then you just say he's been back, but then he's not able to play the players that he's been picking though. Is that his fault too?
I mean,
you just said the lineup today was none of his players that he signed. So is that his fault or is that not his fault?
I mean, some of them he benched and some of them are injured. I mean, that's going to come with a season. That's going to come with a season.
Why is he benching these players though? Is it his fault?
They're not good enough. They're not good enough. But he handpicked them. He bought them. He bought them.
He bought them, and they're
playing. So does that mean that his identity, his player identity is bad? Can we agree on that?
It goes both ways.
How does it go both ways? It's
because the players that they signed, the where they were at before, they weren't shit players. They were solid players. Were they not?
So they're underperforming.
They're underperforming. Hence why they've been benched.
Okay, so then it's not that they're bad players.
They're just underperforming. Like, whose fault is that? That's not his fault. Yeah. That's not his fault. Like, that's just what it is. Because the players he signed, Chelsea was in for Højlund. You guys would take Alicia in your team. Would you guys not?
For who?
You guys want to take Lisandro Martinez in your team?
I mean, we have a lot of defenders right now. I don't know.
It's a simple yes or no question. It's a simple yes or no question.
We have a lot of defenders. Who's going to bench on my team? Thiago Silva or
he want to bench Thiago Silva.
No, Thiago Silva. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Thiago Silva is one of the best defenders in the EPL right now. Is he not?
Oh my God.
It's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question. He is.
I disagree with you on that one.
But he is though. How?
He's
Okay, based on what? But based on what? Based on what? He's not one of the best defenders. Who are your top 5 defenders in the EPL?
Let's not do this.
If we're being honest, Thiago Silva is actually hampering defense. If we're being honest,
how?
You guys don't want to play a back 3. Like, come on, man.
We don't play a back 3.
All right.
We played a back 4 all season.
You played a back 4 all season?
Pause. We play a back for most of the season.
Yeah. No, I don't know. You have it.
Pause. Yeah,
man. Come on, man.
For most of the season, we played a back 4. But let's
with Thiago Silva? With Thiago Silva?
Yes.
With Thiago Silva.
Yeah. Did you not watch our last game against Tottenham? We were playing the back 4. Thiago Silva was the best defender on the field.
Yeah, because you guys are going against 9 men, so it's easy to do that. You know.
I mean, whose fault is that?
Want to say something?
Let's stay on topic. Come on, boys.
At the end of the day, I definitely feel like when he came in, what he wanted to implement was based on the person that we have. Hence why you guys said it was hoofball. Get the ball deep and just hoof it up to Rashford.
He still kind of played that though. I feel like whenever he's in trouble, I see Maguire playing as a number 9. And then you hoof it up to him, get a header down, and maybe you get a chance. Correct me if I'm wrong. But even today I saw that. Even today. Harry Maguire is playing a striker. Dalios, you don't see this.
Yeah. But when you're like some few minutes to go.
When you're 10 minutes down,
some few minutes to go, you just want to do anything.
It happens quite often.
It happens with every team, though, bro. When you're losing, and you're trying to muster up an attack, your defenders go up. Van Dijk does it.
Let me chime in real quick. Quick. From a neutral, I watched the game.
I'm a neutral too. I'm just
I watched the game.
I'm a neutral.
I mean, I feel like we kind of all know United's issue. My only issue with this team, especially with today's game, was how they suffered so much after Rashford went off. Like, this is not a defender or like a midfielder or something, you know what I mean? And I don't think Rashford was doing much in the game to begin with. But how they conceded and how like it's almost like mentally they just switched off after they went under. That's the part that stood out to me, and I'm like, nah, like they're not there mentally. Like I feel like that's just one of the main things about this team. They're not there. And it's not. You can't necessarily blame the coach. You can't necessarily blame the coach because I mean he can. Hold on. You can prepare the game. You can prepare the game so much, but as you can give them the speech and all the encouragement, whatever. You can give them all that, but once you're on the pitch, you go one man down. This is where I mean you stay compact, right? Because at that point, were they were tied, right? Or were they leading?
Oh, we're leading 2-0.
I think they were right.
They tied before half.
So let me okay.
Right.
Okay. So I have a just position to what you're saying. Okay. I have a just position to what you're saying. Did we all watch the Chelsea Tottenham game 2 or 3 days ago? I'm sure we all did. Correct. Now, when Tottenham went down to 9 men, any logical manager would have been like, get your butts back there. Let's counter them whenever we get a chance, right? They would have played with no striker. Everybody sit deep. But guess what? They still play the Ange Postecoglou way, which is a high line.
High press.
I don't care what happens. We're gonna play 7 defenders on the line with 1 striker,
and that's why
they lost. And I'm just countering Solo's point.
If you would have sat back like they should,
they probably would have tied the game.
You guys, Chelsea has trouble breaking down low blocks. So if he actually would have done what a normal coach would have done, they won the loss. Is that simple?
It's that simple. But I'm just saying to Nanaya's point, right?
I mean,
no. But to your point,
that into consideration.
But to your point, all I'm saying is that they still play the coach's identity. So what is Ten Hag's identity that is translated over to the field? That's all I'm saying.
Fine, but let's acknowledge the fact that Ten Hag, like this team, has had very inconsistent has had inconsistencies, right? Compare it to Tottenham this season. There is night and day.
Okay,
Only
I
playing one
can
game
give
a
that.
season.
I can give you that
What's
too.
Yeah.
Only
Only
playing
playing
one
one-
game a season. Let's also keep in mind Pep, one of the greatest coaches of all time, said when he in the first season when he was playing, when they were all in many competitions, he said that he wished that they were playing less competitions so that they could have more time on the practice pitch to implement his
Yeah,
ideas.
it matters, bro.
Last season we played the most games out of any team in the world.
Sometimes I feel it comes with a big club. Being a big club, you are playing every competition, so you
Every
should be
competition.
prepared for that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. Hey,
The
it's not an
shade.
excuse.
The
Being a big
shade.
club,
Yeah.
it's not an excuse. But like I said, I feel like this team, I think it's just a matter of mentality. Like it's a mental thing. It
Yeah.
comes down to that. That's literally it. Because we've seen like the likes of Mourinho, you know, Mourinho's United. This game that would have been a W.
Easy.
You know that for sure. But
Yeah.
because of
I mean, you could even make the
inconsistencies,
argument
because of the injuries, all of that, it comes into play. Like I don't see any momentum in this United team right now for them to be like, oh yeah, like they could have went on and won with a man down. No,
Yeah.
there's nothing that proves that. That's just for me.
Ken, don't you think what we're going through is way above these players and the coach? It's probably at the top.
It
Like,
starts at
because-
the top. Like
Yeah, because we can't keep
it does.
changing coaches just like that.
Here we go.
Nah, it's true. It's true.
ahead of the
It's way above these players and the coach, man. It's the same issue, changing coaches, bringing new players, and the same thing. We have maybe a very good season, one
It's
season,
not.
and we go back to the same.
It's not
It's not even
always
about.
that.
It's not even about
not
the players that
always
are
that.
coming in. It's not even about the players that are coming in. It's just the fact that we have players that have been there under about 4 or 5 different managers, and so it's just like, yes, we're bringing new players, but at the same time, the dead weight that's still there is still there. Even they may not, whether they're playing or not, like they're still there.
They're
whether
being
we want to admit it.
influenced.
And it definitely influences how
the newcomers,
how the overall team plays as a whole. That's just what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So going forward, what is you guys' suggestions as Man U fans?
All
I'm hearing is problems with no solutions.
I'm Ten Hag in still. Hopefully,
do you think if he loses the next 2 Champions League games, I think if you guys don't make it to the last 16, I think he's out.
I disagree with that.
I don't think so.
We don't have the money to do it.
I disagree with that.
I
feel the management, like the top, had so much issues going on that they're probably not really concentrating on the coach, because we have this new owners coming in and all that. So I think they are not really concentrating on changing a coach right now. He might probably have a whole
That's the second season, right?
Yeah, that's the second season.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Maybe January he might bring some players in that will probably turn the corner for him.
I don't think many players will come in January. I think our main focus at the moment is to get the players that are quote unquote falling out with Ten Hag, and just get them out. The likes of Sancho, the likes of Varane, Casemiro, like all those guys who are just.
But that was a spine last year.
That's the core.
That was a spine. That was a spine last year.
Last year that was.
That's last season though.
That last year, that was our spine when we were playing the way we were playing. But this is a whole completely different setup.
Exactly. It seems like Casemiro don't have the legs anymore.
Varane's been benched, but he literally cost us the goal in this game that he subbed in on. So it's just like Varane's solid, but how you want to play moving forward, he can't do it. He can't do it. When Ten Hag said he got benched for tactical reasons, he legit meant for tactical reasons. Varane is not a good ball player back there. He's a good defender, but how you want to play higher up with our defenders at the midway line, like a little bit like Ange, so to speak, Varane can't do that.
Yeah,
he can't, point blank. Period. So
I think Casemiro also don't have the legs anymore.
Casemiro's legs are gone.
Yeah, yeah. He had a wonderful season last season. Like, it was crazy
because we played to his strengths. I feel like
Yeah, and all of a sudden, I think we need a refund from Madrid, though.
Oh man, Champions League Varane and Champions League Cup Casemiro, you
That's
guys want a
crazy.
refund now? That's
That's
crazy,
Like,
man. 2 years,
I feel like
2 years, a
That's
year ago,
crazy.
I wasn't able to talk about these players because
no,
they
100% because we play to their strengths. I feel like we definitely play to
Yeah.
their
so
strengths.
then play to their strengths.
Okay,
They obviously got you a trophy last season, got you top four. So why deviate from that?
because it's not sustainable, bro. It's not
Exactly.
sustainable. That's not winning. That's not winning ball. You know it. I know it.
That's
Everybody
that's a
knows
key
it.
word. That's a key word.
It's not. It's not
So
sustainable.
currently, what he's doing is sustainable to you.
It's not sustainable. But what's happening right now is bound to happen when you
Exactly,
implement
right.
these type of changes. It has to happen because we don't have the luxury to bring in 10 players and take out 10 players in the window. We don't have that. So I think where he's going wrong is him specifically handpicking his guys. And I think he needs to be a little more flexible in terms of who he brings in.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's where
true.
he's going wrong. But at the same time, like I said, the guys that don't need to be there are still there. We can't, like I said, it started with De Gea at the back. But De Gea cost us a lot of games. People say bring back De Gea, but De Gea cost us a lot more games that people just magically forgot.
I mean,
for years.
Onana's not really.
Yeah, Onana's not doing his thing.
Onana is not that bad. You remember De Gea came, his first season was horrible.
But that was a 17-year-old De Gea though. This is a 20-something-year-old Onana or 30-year-old
Onana is kind of experienced, but first season in English football, not everybody hit the ground running just like that. We have people who are doing very well. Sancho was doing very well in Dortmund, and now look at him. People will say maybe United actually made Sancho this way, but he's been bad since he moved to United. Like, it's crazy, So I strongly believe Onana will probably get better with time. He will probably
how much
adapt to
time
the
do you guys
system.
need?
Well, this is first season
because you guys
look at Kepa. Look at Kepa. Look at what he's doing. Look, you guys spend a lot on Kepa, and now look at him.
He can stay there.
The most expensive still.
He can
exactly
stay there.
right.
He can stay there. Please keep balling. Keep balling. He can stay there. He can stay there. Please let him stay there.
I think Onana's doing okay. I mean, just recently I saw he's third in the EPL when it comes to save percentage behind Vicario and Alisson. So I mean, you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere, in my opinion. So I feel like once the picture is fully painted, he's going to be a key player for us in terms of how we play.
Yeah.
All right. Let me quickly move on to Nanaya's team. Man, AC Milan with a great win yesterday. Man, talk to us, man. Talk to us. What's going on with your team, man? Call it Chelsea's B team.
Hey! Respect yourself, okay? Respect yourself. But
Chelsea's B team.
Don't let that result fool you. Like, my team has major issues. To be specific, the coach. He needs to be fired. He should have been gone. I'd say.
This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous.
Nah, listen. He should have been gone like 2 seasons ago. Like
he's making the league.
No, listen though. Listen.
I'm listening.
Yes. He won us the league, right? But the kind of football we're playing is not sustainable. And that's why I was saying that it's a key word. You can't there's certain things like we're literally playing Inshallah ball. Literally. Pass the ball to Leao, let him dribble, and cross the ball to Giroud. That's it. That's our play. If I can figure it out, imagine a professional coach with a whole staff that goes into detail. You see what I mean? Like, it's no surprise. Like, the real Milan that you saw was the one that got beat, like, what is it, 4-0 or 3-0 against PSG? The real one is what you saw in the semifinals last season that we got destroyed by. That was a derby, by the way. Is that how you prepare a derby? This is the coach. This is the coach that I have. We lost 4 to 5 derbies that season, and he's still there. This is what I'm dealing with. So
I mean,
Come on, bro. Any other team, he would have been gone like yesterday. Any
So what
other
do you
team.
think?
If it was United right now, Ten Hag would have been gone.
I disagree.
but
You guys are third. You guys are third
No,
right
hold on. Yeah, we might be third, but like I'm saying, it's not sustainable.
now.
Every fan knows that. Like we all know that the coach got to go. Like the results. Matter of fact, had it not been for Juventus points getting deducted last season, we wouldn't be in Champions League. We would have been fifth. So like we're even here undeservingly. Like the type of football we play, the style, like it's just not there. We don't have an identity right now.
So
telling you right now.
okay. Fire Pioli right now. Who do you go and get?
That's the other question.
So
That's
you
the
don't
other
fire
question.
him. So you can't fire him.
Like here, the thing is, what was that guy's name? I need. Forget that guy. I mean, y'all can have him.
It's
I need
a
a
good
coach. No, not for us. We're a big club.
Ooh.
He said Potter. I said we're a big club.
I'll let you have that, man. I'll let you have that. Keep
We're a
going,
big
man.
club.
Before
We're
I
AC
descend
Milan.
on you. That's fine. Go
We're
ahead.
AC Milan.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But again, I think that's the other issue because there isn't any other coach out there that plays an attacking style football, and that's exactly like what we're looking for. We need a coach that can actually like teach football and not just do tactics.
So do you feel like your current crop of players are good enough to get you trophies? Your current crop of players that you have right now.
They showed that they can.
They should. It should be enough. The thing is, right now with Pioli, I don't think he can get the best out of these players. He won't. He won't be able to, especially the way we're playing. He won't be able to. I mean, they brought in the likes of what was that guy? Chukwueze, Pulisic, Loftus-Cheek,
Who's balling for you guys, by the way?
Tijani. Yeah, he's
are
balling,
good players.
but hey, I've seen this with Man United too, right? The new coach comes in and the enthusiasm and everything. You see players running back.
But Pioli's not new. Pioli's been there how long now?
But these players are the guys that just came in are the guys that are running the hardest. If you haven't noticed, where was Loftus-Cheek when we was? I mean, a couple of games ago, because exactly.
He just came back from injury.
Before that,
that's the thing with Loftus-Cheek, though. That's the thing with Loftus-Cheek. Coming from a Chelsea fan,
I see that he's a
very
boxing box. He likes doing the
But he's very injury prone. I mean,
all the players you guys give us are very injury prone. I get that. Thank you for that. Hey, some were free. We needed the players, but these are the main core, like the likes of Leao, the likes of Theo, and all these other guys. They're done. I mean,
they're done.
I'm telling you right now, and their body language says it.
It was like the game that I watched didn't look like a team that was done to me. The game that I watched looked like a team that was still playing with a lot of passion.
Guess why though? Because they're bringing the guy called Zlatan back in the dressing room to play for the shirt that you're wearing. That's why they played like that. They know they don't deserve to be there. They know we as fans, we know we're not meant to be playing Champions League football this season. We're not. We just happen to be there. So while we're there, I mean, you don't want to get knocked out of what? This is group stages, bro. Like group stages. I personally would have loved to just be out of it and just focus on the league. That's just
mentality,
me,
man.
No, it's not small. It's not small club mentality.
True. That's true though.
I would prefer that because there are certain things that you actually need to work on. But all the lights and the glamour and the old Champions League and all that, the stadium packed and everybody's saying it disguises from what's actually going on. Like, did you watch our game like prior to the Champions League game? Trash. Yeah, like it's trash. These are the same players that had an issue with Pioli for taking them off because they could barely score. They hadn't scored in like a couple of games, and then you take them off just because Champions League is coming. What? Like have them have their feel the ball, scoring, let them get into a flow. But Pioli's like,
I mean, your group is still very tight. I think You guys still have to play Milan. I mean, not
Dortmund,
Milan, Newcastle and
Dortmund,
Dortmund, right?
yeah,
I mean,
and
Dortmund is on 7 points. PSG is on 6. And
it's still wide open.
it's still very,
And
very
plus,
wide open.
let's give credit to PSG because it's because of their inconsistency that we actually won that game.
Oh, can we
Because
talk about that for a second?
because if they actually played like the other game, it would have been a wrap. I mean, Kylian. I mean,
that's what I want to talk about.
Let this
Can we sum out Kylian for a little bit?
Let this sink in, right? My captain, Calabria, had Kylian in his pocket for 90 minutes. Let that sink in.
So what's going on with Kylian?
So what are we implying here? What are we implying here?
What am I implying? I'm just saying, like, Luis Enrique, hey, I wanted him at my club, but with those performances, nah, I don't know.
Do you actually blame Luis Enrique, or do you actually blame the players? You can't pick and choose from when to blame the players and when to blame
It's a bit of both. It's a bit of both because we know that PSG have been.
You got rid of Messi and Neymar.
Inconsistent. You know, I don't know if I told you guys, but I told somebody that if we were to like come back from this game or from this group, PSG is the team to actually start from because we've seen in recent history how they bottled games, like major important games. I mean, I remember the Barca game, I remember the Tottenham game. These are like important games that they were supposed to go in there and get it done, and they just couldn't. They just choke. They never finished the deal. So it was easy for me to kind of be like, as much as I didn't want my club to win because I want them out of the Champions League, I knew that, hey, if they actually put in effort, they could beat PSG, and they actually did.
All right, let's talk about Kylian Mbappe here for a second, man. Because there were 3 big ballers there. He is supposed to be on providing the service and scoring with the services that he has. I mean, you're making that much money. You're Kylian Mbappe. You're supposed to be the number 2 player in the world behind Haaland right now, and he's not showing it.
This isn't the French league though. This was Champions League,
right?
With a hungry Milan that was eager to win.
Be hungry too. I've seen Kylian Mbappe when he's hungry. That was a World Cup final. He did not look. There's 2 different players there
with a national team, bro. Like you're talking, it's 2 different teams. Come on, man.
So we're trying to make excuses for him now. I mean, he's supposed to be taking the game by the scruff of the neck. You can't am I wrong? I mean, someone back me up here.
I do think it is a little bit of both. I think that PSG team is definitely a good team, based on the players that they did bring in on the back line, the midfield, the front line. So they should definitely be doing better from an overall team perspective. But Mbappe, I definitely do feel like I need a little bit more from him in terms of how highly he's rated, the potential that he has, especially just taking this next step too, because last season you were competing with Neymar, Messi. Obviously, they were quote unquote bigger stars, but now the team is yours. And with the team being yours now, you would think that with you being quote unquote the best player, arguably one of the best players in the world, these are moments, these are the type of games where, you show up, you lead the team to victory, you bring them over the line. So I kind of see where Richmond's coming from too when he says that, but at the same time, like I do think Enrique is partially to blame as well.
And Papa gives me Anthony Davis vibes. That's the kind of vibe that he gives me. Supposed to be the one taking over the team, but still lacks the
minus the injuries, right?
Minus the injuries, that is, but still lacks the killer mentality that's like, all right, with or without anyone else, I'm going there to kill it. I mean, the World Cup that he won, he had killers around him though. I mean, we could talk about Giroud if you want. He had Giroud around him. Griezmann is balling right now. He had Griezmann. I mean, he had Paul Labile, Ken's guy. He had a lot of players around him. I mean, now you don't. Let's see what you're made of. And he's not giving me that, that GOAT mentality that I would expect out of him. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, but
I think that's also the generation that's also the generation he heads though. He's the leader of that new gen, and I feel like a lot of the players, like, they're just like, I've done my part. They're just waiting on everybody else to do theirs, quote unquote, and then I guess they'll get the credit because they're the guy. But I just think hopefully it's not like that. But I just think with these type of players, with the way they are, that's just that's the new norm moving forward with these type of players.
Dallas, you're saying something?
I don't know whether he has the right mindset at PSG. I don't know whether he wants to be there.
I don't think so.
He didn't look like the last night.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I don't know if I don't know if I could confirm this or not. I think I saw some news on Twitter this afternoon that Real Madrid is no longer interested in him anymore due to his high
I heard
wages and
something
all of that.
about that.
The
So,
Comunicado Oficial.
Yeah, because
so Real Madrid is off. So
Yeah,
where to next?
yeah, he's a very good player, and playing at
Oh,
PSG,
God.
not winning, just winning the Ligue 1, that's not it. I think he should probably move. I strongly believe he should move
Manchester
from the
United.
French league.
Manchester United.
I would take it.
Imagine Kylian under
That'll
Pep,
be-
bro. Imagine Kylian under
Nah,
Pep.
Nah,
that's too-
I
Nah.
don't
No,
think
but
he's
I'm,
going to
I'm just
Nah.
saying.
That's
I'm
too
just
much.
saying.
That's too
I'm
much.
just saying.
He's not
I'm
going to
just saying.
City. He's not.
He's not
going
going to City, but imagine what he could do.
Where should he go? That's the real question.
I mean,
I think my owners this should.
Maybe Liverpool.
Nah, I don't
Yeah.
think Liverpool can afford him. I don't
I don't think they can afford him, but I don't even think there's
Oh.
room for him at Liverpool. They got too many attackers up there. Where would he play?
Nah, he could start with Diaz easily.
He'll start over Diaz.
yeah,
Easily.
but they gotta let somebody go. up there.
What the dynamics
Yeah.
work though?
Yeah, I mean, I
They
think
gotta let
that's where he
somebody
fits in better in my team. Young Krupp.
They can
you
sell
know.
Jota or something. They can sell some of their players to actually
Young Krupp or
accommodate.
what?
Young couple players. He come in and kind of lead the front line because I mean Sterling is. I think Sterling might get sold if not this coming summer, the next one for sure. So we're gonna
Sterling
need
this summer?
I mean,
I think so.
Hmm.
Yeah, this summer and next summer, 100%. Because he's our highest enter, and he's not playing like it most of the time.
you guys are also not. You guys have issues as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
but
Chelsea's
I'm
not.
not saying-
100 M's on Mudryk.
Yeah, I think Chelsea's
not
not really
100.
attractive.
The project is
Chelsea's
very
not the
attractive.
best.
The project is very attractive.
I think he will not be attractive.
So, but you think he'd be attractive from Man U? I mean, come on.
I think
we
the
have our own
prospect of-
issues.
We have our own issues, but I think the prospect of bringing us back to the heights where we belong, I think it's just too much to pass up, in my opinion.
But you guys don't have the funds, right?
We don't
Yeah,
have the
you
funds.
just-
Oh,
just
we
don't
don't
have the
own it.
Mention that.
We don't have the funds, but I'm definitely
They can
confident
make-
at the fact that the Qataris will be coming in to be our new owners. I'm
Huh?
confident in that.
I heard this so many times.
What?
I definitely think we're still getting the Qataris. I definitely think so.
Hey,
You think so?
What?
I
How?
don't know, man.
How what?
How are you still going?
I think that's
They never
that's-
officially backed out.
They
I
did,
think
but
that's
They
No, they
did.
didn't. No,
They
they
did.
didn't. What? Because Fabrizio Romano said so. He's been going back and forth since January. So I wouldn't trust what he's saying when it comes to that.
I just say I heard this before.
Yeah, I heard it before. I
You heard
heard
it
the
before,
rumor
but
the
yeah.
league before too.
Yeah, but the league and owners are two different things. The league and owners are two different things.
I hear you.
I think Manny says something about until the owners change, like we have a new owner. He probably will not support United like how he used to, but he thinks it's not the players, it's not the coach. I think it's the management, like the whole top
It's a cancer.
part of the United. Yeah, because
It's
I
at the
strongly
top.
believe we need a change. We need a change. These people are not really helping us. Because we keep changing coaches and we keep running to the same problem over and over. So I think we need a change.
I definitely sympathize with that because we changed owners, and now that they're officially in the green and actually making revenue from the team, they're very comfortable with having a coach that is just doing whatever they need to do for them because they're just making money. It's very frustrating. It's very, very frustrating.
And the fact that our debt that we've accrued over the years, that's partially the reason why, like, we're not able to consistently let go of players and also bring in players. I mean, that also definitely plays a part because we're always one of the clubs where we make the most money, or we're always up there, top 2, top 3, top 5 at least minimum. But yet we don't have anything to show for it. the owners have always consistently taken money out. There's no owner, at least from a big club perspective, where the owners are taking money out the club and putting dividends in their pocket year after year after year after year. So,
and the Sheikhs,
the
Sheikhs, was going to write off the debt, right?
Correct.
That was never written off.
They were going to write off the debt that we have, write off the Glazers' debt, and then use additional funds to obviously rebuild Old Trafford, and then the rest goes into new players and whatnot.
That was the deal, man.
So the whole Sir Jim thing, if you look at the numbers, take a deeper dive into it, it doesn't add up. And essentially it could potentially, based on what I was seeing on quote unquote lawyers who are in expertise in this, they were stating that if they were to go to the Sir Jim route, it could potentially lead to administration. Like it's that bad. Yeah.
So you don't think that's going to go through?
I'm fairly confident it's not going to be Sir Jim. I'm pretty confident it's going to be Qataris.
Wow. All right.
The Glazers haven't been able to receive dividends for the past 2 years. They've taken dividends every year since they first came in, except for the last 2. So they know that from a financial perspective, it's time.
It's just a matter of time. Yeah.
And keep in mind, there's 2 running the club, but there's 4 other siblings. So the 4 other siblings, they also have to get their money when they peace out. So it's not just the 2 that are currently there. It's not just their decision. It's all 6 siblings who have to chime in. And essentially the whole plan, based on a high level, they're stating that each Glazer sibling wants $1 billion. So
that's where the $6 billion came from.
That's where the $6 billion comes from, because each one wants their own Billy. So, and plus when you're this big of a club, these deals take time. Newcastle's deal took 18 months, and I think it's safe to assume that we're a bigger club than Newcastle. So it's got to be a little bit patient. But there's a lot of talk. Hopefully, we can get things moving by the time the January window comes along, and hopefully, we can start the new regime.
Yeah, I think that's what we need.
New regime, huh?
Let me quickly touch on the Shakhtar Donetsk Barcelona game. I think that was another big game that, man, Xavi Ball is looking peak right now.
Yeah. Big peak.
But you see how when the board and the coach and then the players and they're all in sync, you can see it on the pitch. It's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, Pep said it.
It's just beautiful to watch, but.
Yeah, Pep said it. I mean, he was throwing shade before he played us. He was throwing shade, but I mean, he was right when he said it. Like, him, the board, the players, top down, they're all on the same page. And as much as that's downplayed, that actually matters.
Yeah, really definitely. Because before City brought in Pep, they brought in the DOF who used to work for Pep at Barca before Pep actually came in. So
bring in the right personnel and then start building. Top down.
Definitely. But yeah, man. I mean, we're almost at an hour here. I appreciate you guys. Is there any other games that you guys want to touch on? I'm looking through the list here.
What about Newcastle? Like,
oh yeah. Dortmund versus Newcastle.
Yeah, they beat. People gave them a very good chance after beating PSG, but all of a sudden, like it's
they don't have the depth. They don't have the depth. Like I watched the first half thoroughly yesterday, and it looked like some of their young players just couldn't handle the pressure of it. I mean, Lewis Hall being one of them. I mean, good player, but I mean, he just couldn't handle it. He got a yellow card very early on, and the first goal they conceded was partially his fault. He didn't close out his man early enough. Quick cross, 1-0. That's the Champions League for you right there. I mean, the second goal, Julian Brandt 1-on-1, beat the player, beat the keeper. Second goal, game over. So I don't think they have the depth. They don't have the depth for it, man. Neither does Brighton. Brighton doesn't have the depth for Europa League either.
They can try again next season.
I think Newcastle it's a depth issue, but I think they also have to take that next step. And the next step for them is European competition. They're good enough to make top 4 in the EPL, but now it's just a matter of acquiring that depth so that we can compete in those multiple competitions like the FA, Carabao, and then when you go European, you got Champions League, and if you do get knocked down, you got Europa League. So for them, I mean, they're on the right quote unquote trajectory, but now it's just a matter for them to just acquire the right players so they can take that next step and be competitive on the European stage as well.
Do you guys see Kylian Mbappe going there?
Nah.
Hey,
Nah.
they're not big enough.
No.
But
Yeah, they're not big
they're
enough.
they're on the right track. They're definitely
Don't be
one of the
shocked,
teams
boys.
to watch.
Nah.
In the next couple of years, like they're definitely there, like consistent top 5.
Nah.
They're one of those.
Nah, but the Mbappe transfer is definitely one to watch out for this summer, in my opinion.
I think it might still end up there at Real.
Nah, I think at Real.
He might.
I don't think so.
Once Real backs up a deal, they really go back in for that player.
They really go back.
I feel like it's just talk though. Like,
is he going there to play striker or what?
Yeah, that's the only position for him up there.
Yeah,
striker is the only position. He doesn't like to play. He doesn't like playing that role.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't like being the number 9. So it's just like
another Rashford case.
They're not going to bench Vinny.
Yeah,
maybe he will rotate. They'll rotate Vinny and Mbappe.
Nah,
and put them on the wings.
Yeah, one on the left, one on the right.
And then
Rodrigo
will play what, false 9?
Yeah, have to play false 9.
Yeah, or maybe they will probably get a very good striker.
But also, one thing we're not thinking about is who's going to take over Madrid, because Carlos is destined to go to Brazil. So
I think Xabi Alonso.
I think Xabi Alonso. He's the one. He's going to be the one for sure. Yeah, Xabi Alonso's going to be the one for sure.
Yeah.
So Zidane just doesn't want to coach no more? What's going on?
I think Zidane knows his levels.
I think he's waiting on the French national team.
I think Zidane knows his levels. Nah, I think after Deschamps, it could be Henry, because Henry's at the U21s, I believe. So if Deschamps leave, then I could definitely see Henry taking that step up.
I wouldn't mind Zizou at my club.
That might be his level, you know.
Hey.
Yeah, I think Zizou knows his level, because I definitely feel like he knows he got lucky with the squad he inherited.
Yeah. I think he has to be careful for his next
Mourinho, yeah.
Yeah, I think he has to be very careful the team he chooses, you know.
Yeah, because if not, his legacy as a coach is done at that point. So he has to be very strategic. Yeah. So it's national team or bust, but I think Thierry would get the nod first.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I think so. He's with the under 21.
I think he's got
this. He just prepped just to take it over.
Quick question though, where do you guys see Arsenal in Champions League? Do you guys think they will go that far?
No, I think run of 16. If they get a good team, Arsenal doesn't have the.
Don't you think if January they probably get Ivan Toney or something? If they get like a good striker, they might probably go places. I watched them play Seville today, and they were really good.
But the thing is that a team without a striker plays different with a striker. Now they will have to learn how to play with a stagnant striker.
How to play with them.
Yep. Right now they don't have that problem because everything is fluid. Right. Jesus, when it comes in, is fluid. Whoever plays up there. Martin, what's that boy? And Nketiah, very fluid, very agile.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tony can come back and link up the play and run up there and try to get a goal. Tony is a stagnant striker, from my opinion. So they'll have to learn how to play with a striker like that.
I think that they also need another midfielder. Partey, he's always hurt.
Jabal.
Who? Kai Havertz?
Yeah.
Hey, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying now. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying now, because if they're gonna bank on Kai Havertz for the whole season, they're not gonna win anything. They're not.
True.
And if you can honestly make the argument that they haven't really improved from last season, it's the same. Yeah, they're reaching their same peak at the moment. So if they can get another starting midfielder with a number 9, then they could definitely elevate their project. But as is, I don't see them making a run in the UCL and the EPL. They might be there close towards the end, but I don't think they'll be able to win it out.
All right, going into the weekend, man. Who does Man U have?
We're playing Luton though.
Yeah, Luton.
Easy one.
We'll have a win. We'll just scrape through.
I think
how we normally do. Yeah.
Easy Bruno Fernandes, one shot goal.
Yeah. Just one magic from one player, an individual. That's pretty much how we play now. I just
want him to.
You said?
Milan, who you guys playing?
Lower table team should be an easy win, but you know how my coach decides to
Chelsea playing City, right?
line people up. Oh, I'm definitely watching that one.
Chelsea
Yep.
playing
Good
City.
game.
How?
Yep.
Reality
Any
check.
predictions on that?
I'll go for City
Come
win.
on, man. Come on.
I'll
Say
go
it.
for City win. It'll probably be like 2-0.
Yeah. My heart wants to say 2-1 Chelsea, but my brains is not letting me. But I'll just go with the heart. 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
Wait,
Huh?
who
Is
up
Nico
front?
Jackson
Jackson?
started? Is Jackson started?
Why not? He just bagged the hat trick, man. Does
Oh,
Rashford
come
have a
on.
hat? Does
He
Haaland
does
or
not.
Rashford has? Thank you
He
very
does
much.
not.
Thank you
He
very
does not.
much.
He does not.
Bro, they said he has scored more goals than Rashford and Nunes put together.
No, he's had a solid return. He's had a solid return.
Bro, he wasted like 100.
I don't think he's your main number 9 moving forward. Let's be honest.
No, he's not. He's not. The owners. It came out yesterday actually that the owners are ready to.
He's not.
Baby Oshman. The actual literal quote from David Ornstein is that they're looking for a striker the caliber of Harry Kane. Just leave it at that.
Got it.
Who is at that level? Who is at that level?
Where do you find that? I don't know because.
Hence why your Kylian references, right? But he doesn't like playing. But he doesn't like you just saying.
I think
like
Chelsea should go for Osimhen.
Stick
should just
up
break
there.
their bank. Break their bank and go for Osimhen.
I think they will. I think they will break their bank for Osimhen. How easy is it gonna be? I don't know, but I think they'll try and get Osimhen.
Osimhen might not perform, man, in the EPL.
Italian strikers from the EPL don't. It takes time.
I'm just saying. I know how the lad plays.
It takes time.
Yeah, it takes time, bro.
It takes time, most definitely.
I mean, we don't have that much strikers out there, though. That many strikers out there. Yeah, that's why Madrid is even struggling to find one.
We don't. Yeah. So if you have one, keep a hold of them.
Yeah, that's why.
Keep a hold of them.
A man like Giroud is still, cracking up numbers. You can't. There's
definitely
no
going back to the era of having a big number 9 up top who's just going to get you the goals.
Yeah.
Because it's all Pep's fault. Pep came with a false 9, stick a little Messi up there, and play around him and score a lot of goals. And he went back for Haaland. Now everybody's trying to go back to that style. So, blame Pep.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Anything else?
No, man.
GGMU.
GGMU, man.
These Man U
fans.
Okay.
United bounces back.
We always do.
I just want my coach fired. That's all.
Yeah, I'll be fine. You'll be fine.
And one thing about Rafael Leao, he's just inconsistent.
He's a player, but he's a player.
Yeah, he's a very good player, man.
It's the coach. It's the coach.
How is that the coach's fault?
No, listen. The reason why I say it's the coach, right, is because even I know that all you have to do is just give the ball to Leao, and then he just runs with the ball, dribbles, cuts inside, tries to find the open man, right? If I know that as an opposition, all I have to do is just make sure he doesn't get the ball or double team him. That's it. But the coach needs to at least teach him, like, hey, off the ball movements. Don't stay on the wings too much. These are certain things as a coach you need to teach. He's not developing the lad.
Well, what if he doesn't have the freedom to do so?
I think it's more so
what if
part
of the system is maybe the system is stay wide and be patient.
And that's still down to
because of your pace,
Yeah,
but that's still down to the coach.
It's still down to the coach. But he used to be more central when Zlatan was playing, because he used to be more of a second striker. So he did like, hey, get rid of the coach. Just get rid of the coach. Just get rid of the coach.
And go get who?
Just play. So just bring me the Zerbi or somebody. Like
hipster.
That's not your level, man. That's not your level.
Hipster coach.
That's not level, man.
Hey,
I
that's
can see Man U doing a dumb move for De Zerbi after Ten Hag is gone.
I disagree
I
with you.
think Ten Hag needs time. Like,
I think he'll get his
I'll
time.
take Ten Hag.
yeah,
I think his only excuse right now is injuries. I mean, I think
exactly.
that's his main excuse that he's been harping on every press conference. I haven't had my players to play the way I want to play, and the players that when they are there, they're not there for long periods. So his main excuse that he's able to use right now is just injuries.
Yeah. And where do you
It is
think
a
Sancho will
valid
be going though?
Ooh, he needs to go to the Italian league.
I'll take him.
Can you afford him though? His wages?
Oh, probably. But we'll probably have. We'll
one thing
probably have
about
to
United.
trade him.
I heard
The thing is,
I heard
Give
whispers
them.
about Chelsea too. I heard a little bit of whispers about him at Chelsea. I don't know.
I don't mind anybody who can afford him. I'm down. I think I want him to go too. Like,
Yeah, I want him gone. It's
how
that
much are
time.
his wages right now?
I think he's
I
like
think he's about almost 300K.
yeah, plus. I think he's top. I think he's the third most highest at the club.
Yeah, we give some
Rashford is
crazy wages.
Rashford's
That's
the
the
highest, I
reason.
believe, and I think
Yeah,
Casemiro's next.
we give some crazy wages. That's the reason why we can't get rid of these dead woods.
Sheesh.
Because of their wages. Yeah.
But we're also
that was the same thing with Chelsea too. I mean, that's why when the
Yeah.
new owners came, when they were giving those jail sentences, I understood
Exactly.
it because they have to give you little money for a long period of time rather than big money for a short contract. That's why we had to get rid of Mason Mount. Like he didn't want to sign 200K for 6-7 years, but he'd rather take 250 for I don't know 4 years at United. So that's the thing. We didn't want to break the wage, but literally, I think our highest paid is Sterling, and I think it's a big jump from Sterling down. Like Enzo Fernandez, I think it's 100K, 150 maybe.
Yeah,
low wages.
No,
United are giving crazy wages. So
no, I know they're working on that. But then again, a lot of the players that they're supposed to be gone starting January are going to be the highest paid players. So I know what they're trying to implement is a new structure as well on our side too. So
yeah. And one thing now, what do you think about Anthony? Do you think he will actually go on loan? But that's the rumors I've been hearing.
Yeah, I heard Flamizzi today, right? Flamizzi was coming around, and I heard that got shut down.
I think he's going to stay. I think that's Ten Hag's guy, and that's another thing too. I think the guys of the likes of Antony and Mount, those are players that you're bringing at a different phase of the project, and I think that's where he went wrong. But within this current phase that we're in, those aren't the type of players they should have brought in. But then again, it's just like when Varane had a great year last year, Casemiro had a great year last year. It's tough to be like, damn, I'm gonna bring in new players to replace you guys when you guys had a great year last year. But the drop off in form is night and day.
Exactly, right. Yeah.
That's another issue too. Like they were there last year, but they were our best players last year.
Exactly.
But then the next season, you guys are our worst players. So it's just like, what the hell? What the hell is going on?
Yeah, and the players that we wanted to get rid of, they are the ones actually doing the job for us now. Like Maguire, McTominay, they are pulling their weights now. And those are the players we wanted to get rid of. And it's crazy. That's crazy.
Start Kobe Magnu.
Is he back?
He's back, but he keeps playing them with the U19s. He traveled last game against Fulham, but then for this game for UCL, he played them in the U19. So if he can get some minutes, that would definitely help us for sure.
United,
all right.
United said that. And yes, she crab you. It's so bad that on the page nobody even cares anymore.
It's sad though. It's sad. It's sad to see. It's almost like right when you think they're just gonna start running with it, they just drop it.
Yeah, just take it.
Every win we talk about, we're turning the corner. Wow. We go back.
I remember, like PSG, Man U. When was it? Last season?
Oh no, you talking about with Ali?
Oh, was it with Ali? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like
my guy said, "Yeah, we're back." we're back.
Yeah, we always back. Even when we actually beat Brentford, the last minute 2 goals from McTominay, everybody was like, "Oh shit, we just turned the corner."
That was a crazy game.
Yeah, they're gonna pick it up from there, and shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, never say die, man.
Yeah, that's our team. We don't have a choice. You stick with it. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. It's been real. We might do this again. Maybe we might do an EPL preview or a review after the Chelsea City game Sunday. So
Yeah.
I'll let y'all know. I'll shoot you guys the link and we'll go from there.
So no more.
Appreciate you guys for joining, man. Welcome to the Real Football Show. Welcome to the Real Football Show.
All right,
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
All right.